Hello and welcome to Trondheim. Today we drove all the way from Sweden to Norway and we ended up here in this very nice public parking, and we're gonna explore Trondheim for today and probably tomorrow. We're gonna see the cathedral and a few other stuff. Today is a festival actually for the entire week. Let us go and I'll tell you more later. So in Trondheim for the entire week there is a festival for Saint Olaf, their oldest saint, which is more than 1,000 years old. And this is a festival. They probably have some food stuff going on and then a bunch of events at the church. And this evening they have a concert. What concert is that?
Björk.
Yes, sure. And today they have some other activities as well. Some are free, some are paid. They have some concerts in the Trondheim Cathedral underneath, with the Saint Olaf is buried underneath the cathedral, so that's why it's so important. And
Do
actually,
they bring him out?
No, they don't take him out for this festival, but apparently it's one of the main festivals in Norway, so that's why we decided to put Trondheim on our list, on our Norway itinerary. What else?
I wish you could smell this.
Oh yeah, it smells like
Salty
meat.
fish. Spicy.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Ja. It's like I'm eating a tree.
So I'm trying the very dry fish and it tastes like tree, like wood. It tastes like a tree. Seems there's another festival going on. Mat Festival, whatever that is. So as it seems, we arrived just on time for the Food Festival of 2022 in Trondheim, which takes place this weekend, the same time as the Saint Olaf Festival. Is that a coincidence? We don't know. But it's right next to the cathedral, so still have to check that out. Come on.
Every summer, Trondheim transforms into a vibrant hub of history, faith, and incredible food during the celebration of Saint Olaf's Day, or Olsok. The event honors Norway's patron saint, King Olaf II, who died in battle in 1030 and was later canonized. His legacy lives on, especially in Trondheim, where pilgrims and visitors flock to Nidaros Cathedral, the traditional burial site of the saint, for concerts, ceremonies, and cultural events. But what makes the festival truly special is how it mixes the spiritual with the flavorful. Around the same time, the Trønderland Food Festival brings together the region's best local producers, chefs, and food lovers. Think of fresh seafood, artisan cheeses, meats, and even reindeer, hot dogs, and burgers. It's the perfect place to taste Norway in bite-sized portions.
So here it's the cathedral. It's really nice and beautiful. as you can see, and huge. I was not expecting this. And as I said, they have a bunch of events going on and concerts, and that's why they have a stage right in front of it. They have also a smaller stage in the park next to it where they sell all kinds of crafts, and they have some events right now, free singing events, and people are singing. It's really joyful and nice. So yeah, if you love this kind of festivals for communities, this is definitely lovely. And I was not expecting this in Norway. Were you, Edward?
No, I was warned about the Norwegians, but I was told that by the Swedes, so can never believe that.
Well, yeah, the Swedes actually were a bit concerned about their prices. They also said that Norway is probably very beautiful, but most of them haven't been here because
where
it's
do you want to
just
go
too
to
expensive.
Norway?
Yeah, other than that, if you drive here, and maybe if you have an electric car, which is highly recommended here. Yeah.
This is a beautiful church, right?
It's a beautiful church, and I was hoping to go inside. So let's see if we can go inside, shall we? If not today, maybe tomorrow. So what else to see in Trondheim is the cathedral, of course, but you can also buy a combined ticket to see the crown jewels and the Archbishop's palace, which are right here, right besides the cathedral. So for 24 euros per person, you can see the three things. You can see the cathedral, you can see the crown jewels, and the Archbishop's house. And Edward is really excited because it was so cheap.
Right next to Nidaros Cathedral lies the Archbishop's Palace, one of Trondheim's most fascinating historic sites and the oldest secular building in Scandinavia. Once the residence of the powerful medieval archbishops of Nidaros, the palace has seen over 800 years of Norwegian history unfold within its stone walls. Today it's a museum complex where you can walk through well-preserved halls, view archaeological finds from the era, and even see the original royal regalia of Norway, including the crown, scepter, and orb, on display in the Crown Regalia Museum. The palace also features rotating exhibits and collections that explore Norway's religious, political, and cultural revolution.
So Edward just expressed his wish for his next Christmas gift, which is this thing. It's a drinking horn. What do you want to drink using this horn, Edward?
Beer, of course.
Keeping it wet, because that's what Norway is. It's a wet country. Now it makes sense. So this is how you mint stuff. Like for instance, crypto. You mint NFTs. Like this is how they do it. See? Minting was invented in 1500s.
Charcoal. They had
Yeah.
charcoal. So it was made out of charcoal, or is charcoal used for something else?
At the center of Trondheim stands Nidaros Cathedral, or Nidarosdomen, not only the most important church in Norway, but also the northernmost Gothic cathedral in the world. Built over the burial site of Saint Olaf, Norway's patron saint and national hero, the cathedral has been a major pilgrimage destination since the Middle Ages. Even today, many still walk the Saint Olaf Way's pilgrimage routes that lead here. The architecture is also stunning. Intricate stone carvings, massive stained glass windows, and a mix of Romanesque and Gothic styles that took centuries to complete. Step inside and you will probably be struck by the soaring arches, the silence, the sense of sacred history that fills the space and probably your soul. Guided tours are also available, and you can take them if you want to go up the tower. It's a bit of a workout, but the views from the tower over Trondheim are worth every step.
So another thing to do if you visit a cathedral, you have to climb up the tower. There are predefined times where you can go with a group up the tower, and it costs an extra €7, but it's really worth the view. I want to show it to you.
And if you're in town in late July or beginning of August, that's when all of this space comes truly to life, because this, as I said, is the time to celebrate Saint Olaf Festival.
Is it worth it going up the tower?
It's a really nice view, so yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's worth it.
When you see all these concerts, services, cultural events taking place. In my video you can see even the cathedral was arranged in a special manner to host some indoor concerts and cultural events.
Looking for a place to take the perfect picture in Trondheim is right here. So look no further, the perfect place for the perfect picture in Trondheim is the Old Town Bridge. Basically you have the old town right there, and this is the lovely bridge. Quite unique, I would say. And you have this awesome view. Come on, you cannot beat this. And then of course you have to go for a walk in the old town because it's also beautiful.
The Old Town Bridge, or Gamle Bybro, often called the Portal of Happiness, is one of Trondheim's most photographed spots. Built in 1861, this red-painted wooden bridge crosses the Nidelva River and offers postcard-perfect views of the colorful wharfs in Bakklandet. I find this to be a perfect spot for strolling, cycling, or snapping photos if you're into photography, as it's a perfect link between the city center and one of Trondheim's most charming neighborhoods, the Old Town.
So here we are in the old town. Eddie loves it, and I did too. Actually, Eddie was kind enough to look up all the things that you can do here in Trondheim. There are not that many, but on a sunny day like this one, it's so hot, it's like 26 degrees. It's perfect for dresses and shirts and t-shirts and, you know, for nice walks. So we're gonna explore the old city. We are starting here.
They even let people drink beers in the old city, of course, for 10-15 euros, but they do, which is quite something. Everybody's that happy, that relaxed.
Around 10 years, not more than 10 years for a beer, but it's really lovely, everybody outside. So if you're in Norway during the summer on a sunny day, be sure to head to the center of the city wherever you are, because it's always lovely and full of restaurants and, you know, joyfulness. Another thing to do here in Trondheim is to visit the fortress. There is a fortress uphill, and that's where we are right now, on the hill, trying to go up there. It's quite steep, you cannot see it in the video, but trust me, this one luckily is just...
There's a guy on a scooter, because there's so many scooters, and the scooter just gave up, so it's just become the kind of scooter that you push up the hill.
Yeah, and you have to pay for it too. Anyway, luckily somebody put the chairs right here. Continue uphill. And this is what you'll find when you reach the top of the hill. A lot of beautiful houses. What was that?
It's the pinnacle.
Of civilization. I'm wondering, why are all these people dying to have their houses uphill in such a crowded place? Like, Norway is huge and you can drive for hours without seeing a village, and here you have like tons of houses right next to each other. But why? You don't even have enough room for a garden. I don't know. So maybe they're not so isolated as people would think. Maybe they do want neighbors and friends. So this is the fortress of Trondheim. It's really nice. It offers a beautiful view on all sides, so it's really a must-see. But unfortunately right now there is a festival. As I told you, there is Saint Olaf Festival happening this week, so I don't know if we can still go in. Let us see.
Perched on a hill east of Trondheim city center, Kristiansten Fortress is one of the city's most iconic landmarks and a must-visit for anyone exploring Trondheim for the first time. Built after the devastating city fire of 1681, the fortress was designed to defend Trondheim from both domestic unrest and foreign invasion, particularly from the east. Today, it offers more peace than peril. The walk-up is scenic and manageable by almost anyone, and you will be rewarded with one of the best panoramic views over the city, the Nidaros River and the fjord. It's a favorite spot for locals and travelers alike. It's perfect, as you can see, for photos, for a picnic, or simply for a quiet moment above the bustle of the town. Inside, a small museum gives you some more insight into the fortress' military past, including its role during World War II when it was used by German forces. Whether you're a history buff or just in search of a great viewpoint, then visiting the Trondheim fortress is a great and memorable stop. Also, this spot becomes the host of concerts during Saint Olaf Festival in the summer, so that's why we weren't able to explore it as much as we would have liked. Even so, we managed to take a bunch of videos of this memorable viewpoint.
Festival still goes on, and it's also a beer festival right here in the center of the city. And yeah, Eddie is a big beer fan. Yeah, he loves to taste beer from all over the world, and here they have a huge selection. The thing is that you need to buy your glass, which is a very tiny glass of 100 milliliters, and then you need to also purchase some how are they called?
Sorry?
The coins. You need to purchase the coins, and then you pay for your beer depending on whatever beer you want. They also serve food, and the cheapest beer they can buy for the 100 milliliter glass is basically €3.50, which makes a liter of beer right here at this festival in the middle of Trondheim €35, which is probably the most expensive beer I've ever seen.
Do you know, sometimes I do drink a lot of beer and I go home and I go, man, this night left me bankrupt, but it didn't. But this here would definitely take me bankrupt.
But can you drink more than 1 liter, Edward?
I can certainly try, yeah.
I don't know if you can afford it. Luckily, we have our beer from Sweden, so we'll do that.